It's not usually what I talk about, however, taking Koei Collection's video as an open invitation, I would like to talk about my favourite moment from one of the many Warriors games. And that for me would be A Time for Rest, a movie found in the game Dynasty Warriors 7. I will let the clip play and then go into more detail of why for me this is a moment I can recall even after having not played Dynasty Warriors 7 in a few years.
Thrust! Sweep! And again! Remember the shame of Kirby! Never again! Is that it? Is that all you lot have? Dianwei!
Oh, it's a demon! Lord Liu Bei, save us!
Someday soon, your head will be mine.
My lord, wake up.
I was dreaming.
I thought you were depressed by Kirby, but I see you're relaxed enough to nap.
There is no point in crying now. Now is a time for rest. For eating, sleeping, and training. For our next battle.
It's not a scene of war, nor a heroic action, but to me this is a moment of seeing a human side to Cao Cao. Portrayed in games and in history as this villain of a warlord who would throw away his friends, side with enemies, and kill anyone of no use to him. In fact, Dynasty Warriors 7 has a movie before A Time of Rest titled Value of the Emperor. It's here where Cao Cao very confidently insinuates that the Emperor's life is only worth something if he is alive himself. It's quite a powerful movie on its own, but the reason A Time of Rest sticks with me is we see what's happening inside the mind of this powerful man. Walking through the flames of his burning fleet, showing the things troubling him, or you could say burning away at him. The loss of Dianwei, a man who really only had his strength to offer this warlord, and yet this rather plain person who showed no real skills in other than fighting, seemed to mean something to Cao Cao. The people calling him a demon for the acts he committed against them, as they call for a man Cao Cao believes has no place ruling. And finally, the words of Guan Yu, a mighty warrior who he once had in his debt, a great asset to his efforts to control the land, and now is telling him someday your head will be mine, a fight he knew he could not hope to escape from. It's a rare peek into the mind of a character who for most of the time is seen as this cold man, willing to do anything to make his ambition a reality. But here, this mighty warlord is just a man who is tired and has a lot on his mind. As for the rest of the movie, I think it shows the relationship between Cao Cao and Xiahou Dun very well. Family has this strange way of understanding how each other feel, and I think Xiahou could see this was all affecting Cao Cao, and listening to his mighty warlord talk about sleeping, eating, and training while nodding off again, he laughs. Not in a cruel way, but in a way that perhaps reminds him that his lord, the one who he believes will rule the land, is also just human. So this is my chosen Musou moment. Of course, there are so many movies and events in these games, from Samurai Warriors to Dynasty Warriors to even Fire Emblem Warriors, that I like. But this is one for me that always comes to mind when people talk about the Warriors games. If you liked this video, please be sure to check out Koei Collection's video on their favourite moment, and the other creators that joined in on Musou.